So we just talked about the birth of Apophis, and in the last panel, the death of Apophis was mentioned, and Terrell was talking about what an emotional scene it was, with your death, and how you shouldn't feel that way because it's Apophis.
Sorry, I must stop you. I must stop you there.
Sure.
Which death?
Death number, yes.
Touche.
Serpent song, death number 1.
Good, thank you.
Yes. And it was, we just rewatched it recently and just thinking how kind of almost disturbing it was because you're going through all these mixed emotions as a viewer and like, what if all of history's villains had their death broadcast to an entire planet of people? It's kind of weird, right? I was wondering what in particular you drew upon to evoke such emotion from the audience.
What a good episode, right?
Yes, if I do say so myself, excellent episode. Almost as good as that question. And, you'll learn this about me. Ask me, how's it going, Peter? And you get a 3-hour conversation. So here comes my answer. Apart from the fact that I was in every damn scene in that thing, and I got to work with all the stars in that show, which of course motivated me immensely, I drew upon the fact that after hair and makeup, the aged look approximated almost precisely what my father looked like when he died. And I was able to key in on that emotion. I nursed my father down to the end, as many of us probably have had the experience. It's not something you forget, regardless of your relationship with your parent. I was close to my dad, but in latter years, I saw him very little. And to see him, deteriorate physically and mentally, but physically primarily because he was a slip of a thing when he passed away, was quite emotional. Once I saw myself in the mirror looking like that, I'm going, damn, they nailed it because that's what he looked like. I was able to just go there instantly. Not a problem. That's the short answer. The longer answer was, it had something to do with mostly with the language that Michael Shanks and I were speaking.
Ancient Egyptian.
Yeah, the ancient Egyptian to communicate. Because there apparently is an ancient Egyptian course that you can take here at the University of British Columbia. And there was a professor whose specialty it was, who was consulted on that language. The problem is, in the movie industry, you're always getting rewrites. So what happened is in the white pages and the blue pages, the full script came down with the correct ancient Egyptian. But by the time you have to do the rewrites on the fly and throw in the different colored pages to mix with the script, I think the story department was winging it. So basically, Shanks was speaking the real thing and I was talking gibberish. But we still managed to communicate. Yeah. Thank you, man. Good question.
Just a moment. I love the scene in the briefing room where you have J.R. Bourne as Martouf saying, surely you welcome this guy's death. And all the heroes are like, not really. That's what defines a hero. Someone who looks at your worst enemy and still sees sympathy. Or you still have sympathy, even
well,
for
it was
your
really technically sympathy for the host rather than the actual
absolutely.
Goa'uld, yeah.
And playing the host, you got to play the host in this episode.
Yes.
Through a
Well,
nightmare.
was a treat. That was a treat. I have this sort of. I could be Egyptian. I get people from Eritrea. I don't know if you know where Eritrea is. Eritrea is in the Horn of Africa. It's north of Ethiopia. I get Ethiopians stopping me on the street in Toronto and yak, thinking I'm Eritrean. So I definitely look like the people from that part of the world.
Who else? Someone over here. Okay, number 1.
I want to start cosplaying, so I want to ask this. Can you see with the glassy-eyed contacts? And can we have you say Shofa in your best Apophis voice you can muster at this current moment?
I'm going to give you a little secret here. I have never, ever, not even once in my life, worn contacts. So I did not wear contacts. The effect on my eyes was done in post, in a lab in LA after we shot it here. But just to run back to my audition for a second, one of the things I think that prompted Michael Greenberg to hit his head and go was the fact that I was able to do this. And I should have learned by now not to do this on stage, especially something that's going to show up on YouTube. But I can roll my eyes into the top of my head so you can just see the whites of my eyes. It's a skill you learn in adolescence, and some people can do it into adulthood. I managed to be able to, and I did that in my audition. And I think Greenberg thought, oh yeah, this will save us some money, you know. So basically, really, what they wanted was no blinking and clear view of your eyes in order to do the special effects. So that's the eye thing. The Sholva thing. Yes, I can do it. I can do it. But that was also done in post. It was a
flange.
A process called flanging, and it altered my voice, which has been the bane of my existence ever since, actually, because I can't just take a clip from Stargate and put it on my actor's reel because it makes me sound like, you know, like
boombox.
Like a digital creation, rather than an actor trying to get another job in real life. So it's been a bit of a problem, that flanging, but yes, I can do Sholva. It's a bit of a party trick, so I'm good at it.
Tell us about Christopher Judge and working with him.
What?
Besides the flatulence, which I know it comes up every time. I have never met a person with a larger heart.
Ditto. Gotta support that for sure. I, however, had to win him over again. All roads with me tend somehow to lead back to Neon Rider. Christopher Judge apparently, and he was at pains to remind me the first time I came across him on the set of Stargate. He goes, and are there any kids in here? Are there any kids in here? Because the language is about to get colorful. He goes, first of all, I stick my hand out. Yeah, hey, nice to meet you, man. He looks at me and he goes, you don't remember me, motherfucker? And I go, I was shocked because I didn't. And you don't forget a guy that looks like that. You don't. So I questioned my own sanity. And I go, remind me, man, remind me. And he said, I came and did an episode of Neon Rider. Yeah. And I went, what? I just didn't remember. And I still, for the life of me, cannot figure out why I don't remember that.
Thanks for watching this clip from Dial the Gate. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up. It's our goal to share a new Stargate story every day while we're on break. Please feel free to subscribe to future episodes here on YouTube. And if you have Stargate friends who might like this clip, let them know about us. Be sure to visit dialthegate.com to view the complete archive, as well as transcripts from past interviews. I'll see you on the other side.